I'm very excited for our next comic coming up here. They are originally from New York City and are now based in Buffalo. And they recently were featured on the Roast of Andrew Cuomo in Albany, so that's pretty cool. They're one of my favorite people on the planet. So make some noise for my friend and soon to be yours, Karma, everybody.
What's up, Bra Cha Cha? Yeah. So, how do we feel about couples who say we're pregnant? What is that about? Is it like cute? Is it like solidarity? No, right? It's like, once again, a man taking credit for women's work. I don't hear men saying like, we have a UTI, or like, we will have a vodka cran because we have a UTI, or like, we are currently peeing neon yellow because we have a UTI. It's bullshit. But I recently had a UTI, and I was on those meds that turn your pee neon yellow. Do you know what we're talking about? Those like weird, okay, so we know. And then while I was on that, I was gonna test the hypothesis that squirt is pee because I'm a scientist. So I fucked around and I found out. And peeing is believing. It really is. You don't have to wait to get a UTI to find out for yourselves. You just eat some asparagus and find out too, I guess. You do that. You can do that for yourselves. So I don't know what it is about like people who do coke and think, I'm gonna start a business or 3, right? Like, why is that a thing? Is it just like white boy shit? Is that what it is? Is like the fully realized version of yourself is a capitalist? Like, that's gross, okay? I mean, don't get me wrong, I have started I wish I could start a bunch of businesses, but I thought of all of them while completely sober. Like, one of these ideas is it's like a conversion camp, like conversion therapy camp, like, pray the gay away, but the complete opposite. Where you get like, I would call it exit through the closet, You don't leave until you're out the closet. I would get 2 closeted Republicans and then put their penises in a Chinese finger trap. And then, just touch tips, just see what that does, See what happens, I don't know. It's not really gay, it's just a tip. Mormons love a good earthquake. I will elaborate on that. So there's this thing about imagine I was like, I will not fucking explain myself. I will not. They love loopholes, and there's this like idea, I feel like some people know what I'm gonna say. They have this idea that like if you have a penis inside of a vagina and no one's doing like a thrusting motion, it's not actually sex. It's not sex. So that's, they wait for like an earthquake or something. And that's how they get, I don't know. It's weird. It's not sex, I guess, but that's like my special interest, I guess, is like weird religious hang-ups. I was raised Muslim. Was anybody raised religious at all? That's why you guys are cool. Wow, here I am. I'm just gonna talk about weird sex shit this whole set that I have here. But I have a lot of like guilt. I think, Muslims don't really get a lot of recognition for the amount of guilt that we're like ingrained with. It's all Catholic guilt. Like, what about Muslim guilt? So I feel like if, like on my wedding day, I have this like very irrational fear, right? On my wedding day, I'm at the altar, and then when the person, I don't even know if this is how my, like, Muslim, like, whatever, it's, somebody's gonna be like, you may kiss the spouse, whatever, I don't kiss my spouse, and then my mom will take one good look at me and be like, they've done this before. And that terrifies me. I cannot explain. So bad. Religious guilt. What is the hang up? So, in preparation for this show, I was looking through my notes app because it's just a gold mine in there. And I came across this one note that all it said was tampons, vodka, and that's it. And I'm like, okay, I see what I did there. This must have been a grocery list, you know? And that's a masterpiece. You don't fuck with that. That's done. You don't touch it. And then another one, it's very like ominous note, had no title, and the body said, "You will never compete with a horse." What kind of state of mind must I have been in to have never was in capitals? I'm like, oh my god, I think I was in Saratoga or something. Which, if you guys don't know, it's like basically Mecca for horse girls. Or like the Taj Mahal for horses, depending on like who, whatever. But I don't know, I'm like, okay, what do horses have that I don't? There's, I think it was about this one really tastefully done short film called Mr. Hands. Have you even watched it? Okay, this is what I'm dealing with. Okay, so have you... I will explain. It's basically a video of this guy getting fucked by a horse, and then he dies because like of internal, you know, like he doesn't die on camera. He does it off camera. But like, so I must have been like, man, I want to be like a household name like Mr. Hands or something. Oh, no. But okay, maybe I should aim a little higher. Maybe I want to be more famous than Mr. Hands, considering. Okay. But I still don't know if Mr. Hands is the horse or the man. Kind of like a Frankenstein's monster kind of thing. I don't know. Anyway, I was a huge bookworm growing up. I was a fucking nerd, but that's kind of like a slur in here, right? I shouldn't say that. And one time, I made a diorama, and for no reason. Like, there was no assignment. There's no extra credit. This was no credit. I just, like, thought of what my favorite scene out of a book was, and I was like, I'll make a diorama out of it, you know? And my dad had this really cool, like, industrial hot glue gun that I really wanted to use. And he also had, like, all the attention that I wanted to get. So I was like, hey, Dad, you want to, like, make a diorama with me? So we got, like, a shoebox, and we made, like, a little campfire with toothpicks, and, like, a tent, and, like, a tree. And then I brought it to school, and then my teacher was like, wow, thank you. Let's put it on the radiator over here. And go home, and my dad was like, did you get an A? Like, what happened? And I was like, yeah, Dad, I got full credit. My dad is here. He's in the back over there. I'm just kidding, my dad is dead. Oh man, yeah, he's dead. It's okay. It's been a while. I just like always wanted to spend quality time with him, and I didn't really know how. And then when like IKEA became a thing, I was like, what? I can build flat pack furniture with my dad? This is the greatest thing to ever happen. Yeah, I don't know how this car is gonna take that. Yeah, anyway. I'll workshop it anyway. It's too heavy. It's too heavy in here. I'm sorry about that. So like white supremacy.
Oh.
It was like weird, right? It's so weird. It's also wrong, just so we're clear. Super wrong, but there's this thing that I found maybe like on 4chan one day. This is like, now you know why I know Mr. Hand. I don't fucking 4chan. But there's like this thing where they're like, oh, white supremacists think that in order to be part of the Aryan race, you must not have brown nipples. You have to have pink nipples only. And I'm like, what kind of fucking unfuckable made up this rule to, just to see some tit? Like, ew, gross. But I think they might have been right about this one. Just because my ex was 1/8 Indonesian. I'm 8/8 Indonesian for like the visual learners in the room. Just like a fraction of me. And his nipples were straight up milk duds. Like they were, I was like, how the fuck? He was, what? That's crazy that they were right about this one thing. So then that got me thinking, right? I was like, if I want to like get on my, Antifa shit, then I would apprentice at a tattoo parlor and I would infiltrate a white supremacist group. And sometimes you can do both at the same time. Just Google Albany or Newburgh, New York. Like, it's one and the same. But I would do that, and then I would drug everybody, and then tattoo their nipples brown. The quickest way. It's like automatic disqualification from the master race. Like, get to the point. Come on. I think I might even tattoo my own nipples pink. And just get in on the club by technicality, but my nipples. But my nipples, guys. It's your rules. It's your rules. I'm super white. So we like nipples, right? This is what I'm reading. We like nipples. You want to hear another nipple factoid? Are you ready?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Excuse you. So, did you know that anybody can lactate if you suck on their nipples for long enough, with dedication, over 6 months or something? It's crazy, right? Yeah, I was really pissed at my ex one time, and I was like, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna make him lactate without him knowing. I don't know. Love language. My love language is deception. It's a theme. But yeah, my plan was to obviously wait until he's asleep and then suck on his teeth, and then a couple months down the line, he would wake up in the morning and be like, why the fuck are my nipples so enlarged and swollen and whatever? And I'm just, without even missing a beat, I would bend him over a metal pail and I would just start and I'm like, what are you talking about? This is our morning routine. How do you think I take my coffee? This is so crazy. And then while I'm doing it, I could just be singing John Mayer, your body's a dairy farm. And then that's always been the words. Nelson Mandela effect. Mandela affected us? I don't know. Whatever, that shit's dumb. Well, you guys have been great. Thank you so much for coming out.
Woo!
Let's give it up for yourselves and your wonderful host. And for the fuck out.